Wildlife Authority, etc., will continue to move on orders of the competent authorities of those departments. It should not be just a driver driving somehow. It must be on permission by the senior people. The government anti-coronavirus actions of stopping public transport and other measures have put the drivers and other people out of work. Besides, many of them live hand to mouth. They just earn a daily bread. Without those activities, especially in the towns, such people may not be able to buy food. The government, after properly identifying these people, will distribute food to them in the form of kawunga, of maize flour, beans, powdered milk, sugar, salt, etc. In the meantime, I direct the police to arrest the opportunistic and irresponsible politicians who try to distribute food for cheap popularity. Those are very dangerous to the health of the people. When you try to distribute food or money in such a situation, people gather around you. Many people can be infected in that process. It would therefore have caused the sickness or death of those people. Anybody involved in that effort will be arrested and charged with attempted murder. Well, that is the offense. Attempted murder. You wanted to kill people by infecting them with the virus. Today, Mr. Erumeru of Nigeria sent me $150,000. I would use it to buy maybe 3 4-wheel drive vehicles to use by the Ministry of Health in this effort. Those trying to take patients to hospitals, there are also people who try to privately, trying to take patients to hospitals must also stop because they spread the virus in the process. Because they don't know whom they are taking. They are not professional. They are just looking for cheap popularity. They cannot tell who should go where. If they have money, let them contribute it to the task force to use in a disciplined and safe way. If you say you have money, you want to contribute, bring it to the task force. It is headed by Dr. Ugunda. It includes Jenna Cheng and others. Bring that money so that it can be used in a planned way. Instead of you going to gather people who can then get infected in the process. In Mbale, the Chinese donated to me 2 4-wheel drive jeeps the other day, brand new. I donated them to the anti-corona fight task force. So you'll have vehicles from Erumeru, 3 maybe, then you have my 2, then you can have others we shall add on. With the 31st of March 2020, at 1900 hours, which means saa moja ya usiku, there will be a curfew throughout the whole of Uganda. All other movements should stop except these cargo vehicles. Let people stay indoors in their homes except for the cargo transporters. The exemption of cargo transporters does not apply to the borders or tukutukus or bicycles in the curfew hours. We don't want pikipikis moving around during darkness. Those should only operate during the daylight hours. Number 13, in order to deal with some unavoidable health issues like mothers in childbirth or very sick people, permission can be sought from the RDC to use private transport to take such a person to hospital. Additionally, government vehicles that do not belong to UPDF, police, prisons, or wildlife authority would be pooled and deployed at the district health offices, including the divisions of Kampala, with their drivers staying in tented compounds, ready to help in those health emergencies. Those vehicles of the government would be under the command of the district medical officer. On account of this pandemic, some sectors of the economy are suffering, such as tourism industry, the entertainment industry, the transport industry, etc. However, as I said earlier, new opportunities are emerging in this misfortune. You have seen how the demand for sanitizers, for face masks, for bicycles, etc. has stimulated new industrial opportunities. Working with the IMF and the World Bank, we shall set up a fund in UDB to accelerate industrialization through import substitution and export promotion. You have seen how dangerous it is for Africa to excessively depend on imports from outside. This is the time to wake up. Number 15, we are going to discuss with banks, with the electricity companies, and with the water companies in connection with the loans and bills many people have with these banks. It is not correct to disconnect water or electricity on account of non-payment during this time of shutdown, or to seize properties on account of the non-payment of loans. We shall discuss with those people at the banks and see how to guide you. Many people should not be allowed to congregate there. Those are the shops of drugs and so on. Many people should not be allowed, we should not allow a large number of people to congregate there and form lines for buying. But also look at home deliveries. With the modern phones, you may not have to go to the markets. You can order things and they bring them to you. Even using the the ordinary phone like mine, because me, I don't have those Maridad phones which they talk like human beings. For me, I still have the other cavidity. But even my cavidity, I can order for food. So you bring me here, so that I don't have to move. Therefore, home deliveries should instead be encouraged by all these issues of market. Number 4, the supermarkets should remain open, but with clear SOPs, standard operational procedures, that should restrict numbers that enter and leave the site at a given time, and the handling of trolleys within the supermarkets. A lot of people can be infected by handling the unsterilized trolleys within the supermarket. Number 5, the established food markets in Kampala and other towns should continue to be open. They established food markets. These are food markets in Kampala, and other towns should continue to be open. However, two precautions must be observed. One, the distance of 4 meters to the front, to the left, to the right, and to the rear, between Sera and Baya, and also between Sera and Sera, must be observed in all the markets. Secondly, the sellers must not go home during the 14 days. There is a big problem of people going to sleep in the mizigos, wherever they are staying, and then coming to work. Because you don't know where he slept, his residence, what is happening there. The visitors he has received, the neighbors, the bar this person went in, you don't know. And you have got all these people coming from different directions to one point and then going back. That's all right when there is no danger. But since there is an enemy in the house now, that's why we are saying, no, please, instead of moving like that, coming in, going back, coming in, going back. If there is space, the factory owners can organize temporary camping, make tents, people sleep there, work, and go back to their temporary camp until 14 days, when we would have had time to hear what's happening to the people who interacted with the returnees from Dubai.